20?
I think we are! Woohoo!
We're excited because we're getting closer to Christmas.
Yeah.
And not that Vlogmas is ending, but just Christmas is coming, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, it is really exciting. So I've come over to make a garland
to my
with
house.
Nikki.
Yes.
So I have brought some cuttings from one of my bushes.
From our bushes.
So this is just some variegated foliage off of the back of my house.
Yes.
And everything else we need, you've got here.
I'm going to go and cut it out of the garden.
Go and have a hunt around and see what we can find. Yeah. The other thing that I brought over is the wire. So if you're going to make a garland, you're going to need some sort of floristry wire. This is quite thick and probably thicker than you would need.
Yeah.
But you just need to make sure you can bend it, that's all.
Yeah.
So this one will be a bit harder on our hands, but because I used this to make a garland last year, then I know that it's going to do the job.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what gauge it is because I don't know that.
Plus, we've already got it, so I'm not going to buy stuff that I don't need.
But I would say, looking at it, it's probably 2, maybe 3 millimetre. But you could get away as long as it would hold.
Yes.
The test would be twist it around your finger.
Yeah.
And just see if it would
bends.
hold. If it would hold, then it'll be fine.
You could also use that green floristry wire as well. So that would be anything like that.
Absolutely fine. Yes.
So let's go and cut some stuff off my garden.
Let's go and trim your bush.
Let's get some cuttings done.
So I think your rosemary would be lovely.
Yes.
Just because things that smell nice are good too, aren't they?
I've got 2 rosemary bushes.
Well, get some rosemary, and you've got lavender as well, haven't you?
Well, the lavender is kind of dead.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the season for lavender.
Lavender, no.
But
we'll get
rosemary.
some of this lovely rosemary.
Yes. So what we'll do, this is a really woody one.
Yeah.
So it'll be really good to stick in.
What we want is cuttings that are kind of, sort of 6 to 10 inches.
Like that?
So that's a big one.
Okay.
So somewhere between, that's a smaller one, that's a bigger one, anything between the 2.
But I can trim that one down a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What I might do is cut both rosemary bushes, because then they get equal trimmage.
Yeah, but I also like to just, cut more than I think I'm going to need, because then I don't have the faff of having to come back out and get more. But then at the same time, plants always benefit from a bit of a trim, don't they?
They do. Right.
By the way, I am not in any way a gardener.
No, she's not.
I can keep house plants alive, but I'm terrible with outdoor plants. So I've no idea what's poisonous, what's not, what we should be touching, what we shouldn't. But I do think this stuff here is really pretty.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's got these red stems on it.
Yeah.
And I love how vibrant the green is, and there are some berries on there too.
Yeah, we're not, I just want to point out, we're not going to be eating this.
No.
It's just for sitting on the table.
Who would eat a garland?
I don't know. I'm just doing it for health and safety. It's just for health and safety.
Don't eat your table decorations.
Eat your table decorations. Under any circumstances. And definitely don't say the Stitch Sisters told you to do it.
I think it's so nice doing stuff like this, because in the winter you tend not to enjoy your garden quite so much.
Yeah.
And in the summer it's easy to bring cuttings in from the garden because they all look pretty, but in the winter you don't tend to do as much.
Yeah.
I was watching Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, the Japanese edition, the other week.
I've seen that, yeah?
Yeah, it's really cool. But they go and learn how to do this thing called, I don't know if it's Ichibana or Ikebana, but it's basically a type of floral arrangement where you try and arrange stuff as if it would be in nature.
Okay.
So you make things look like you take cuttings and you make them look like they're growing together type thing.
Okay.
And they're just very simple, very natural arrangements.
Ooh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah. No, but it did make me think that even in the winter you could take stuff and foliage and stick it in a vase and make it look pretty.
Could. Absolutely. That's what we're going to do. So we're back in.
We are. The table is full of foliage. And the easiest thing to do when you come back in is just to kind of sort it out. Well, it depends how OCD you are, but I think one of the easiest ways to do stuff like this is just to alternate, because then you don't have to keep looking at it and going, oh, now it needs a bit more of that. If you work more creatively, then just do that. But if you separate them out, then you just know that you can work your way around the different piles, and it just makes it nice and easy. You can go on autopilot and not think about it. So I'm just going to show you how to get started, and then we'll carry on. So I've got my floristry wire, and all I've done is just bend the end over because it's sharp at the end, and I want to make sure that's not the end of my centerpiece, because when I'm moving it I don't want it stabbing me in the hand.
No.
And then all you're going to do is take your first piece. So I'm going to take a piece of bay, and you want to just lay that on the wire, and then just take the wire and wrap it around. And because it's the first one, I would wrap it around a couple of times.
So you're wrapping it around the stem?
I'm wrapping it around the stem, yeah. I'm just kind of, that's just going to get me started. Don't worry about what the rest of it is doing, because it's all going to change as you add more to it. So then what you want to do is, so you're leaving your long, oh, just about to drop the whole thing on the floor. You're leaving your long piece of wire here because you just want to keep working with it until you're done. So then take your next bit, whatever that's going to be. I quite fancy this one here. And you're just going to lay that on the top. Now you can treat it a bit like a braid, and you can put one that way, and then on the next one you can put one that way, and then as you go along you can just keep alternating them. But personally I think it's nice to have it kind of thinner at the ends. So I'm just going to start laying them on top of each other to start off with, and then as I move along I'll start doing them either side. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're creating some fullness. So you don't want that right at the end, but you also don't want it here, because that would be really thin and not very interesting. So I would layer them on top of each other, and then once you're happy with the placement, you're just going to take your wire and now wrap it around again. And you can feel how secure it is, whether it needs more than one turn or whether one turn is enough. Don't worry if you're squishing the leaves as you go around, because you're not going to see any of that bit anyway. So as you move along, you're going to be hiding all the loose ends. They're going to be underneath.
Okay.
So then let's grab some of this lovely orange blossom. Now this is a thinner one, so I think I will just put that on one side, and we'll just wrap that around.
And how long will this last in the house?
Well, mine lasted, I did it Christmas 23rd I think last year, and it lasted right through to New Year's.
Oh, right.
Because it just dries out.
Yeah.
You can just spray it with a water bottle, but if you want to keep the leaves looking nice, soft and supple. But to be honest, it's not like the leaves will fall off.
No.
They just
you can
dry
smell
out.
that orange one, can't you?
Yeah. So you're just going to carry on working your way along. So let's stick some of this lovely
the rosemary
in. And I'm not a florist by any means, and I'm also not particularly fussy about, I think things like this should look wild, they should look natural. So I'm not going to worry too much about the arrangement. I just, you know, see what happens, see how it ends up. And you can just sort of grab stuff and put it in. If it doesn't look right,
find another one.
Grab something else. If you've put something in and that looks a little bit too thin on its own, then grab a bit more and add that in. But you can just keep going all the way along. So it'd be nice to have some sort of longer bits. And the thing with this is because it's a V, I could arrange that so I've got a bit on one side and I've got a bit on the other. So just have a play and just keep working your way along. And then what I like to do is, as I get to what I think is roughly going to be the middle, I'll start using some bigger, bushier bits. So it kind of grows, it gets a bit higher and a bit wider in the middle. And then as you get to the other end, you can start using the thinner bits again.
And do you change direction at some point? So because the other end, you don't want these ends sticking out. So you'll have to change them.
It's actually very hard to do that. If you think about a braid, when you're halfway through a braid, you can't then start from the other end. So what I remember doing last time is I went along and I tried to thin it out, and then right at the end I took some long bits and I popped them in, and I just used a bit of extra wire to wrap them around so that it looked like it went in a different direction when it got to the other end, but it didn't really.
Okay.
So this is your garland. Now I've shown you how. I'm going to leave you to get on with it. Well, I'll help you. I'll help you.
Please help me.
Yes.
Way, and we've done the start of it, and then we've just added this long one that's kind of going to be like our base to work the rest off of. And I think we probably could change direction as well now if we wanted to, because we could build that middle bit up as well.
Yeah, what we could do is we could change direction and try putting them this way and trying to tuck them in there. That would give us a gap in the middle, but we can probably insert some bits in afterwards.
Yes.
Cool.
It's such fun! Gone and finished it and set the table for Christmas dinner too.
Wow, I think you should light the candles. I know it's a bit early, but just get the full effect.
Yes, exactly. I always like to do my table early anyway, because then I don't need to worry about it on the big day.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of an organisation freak.
So let's have a closer look. We've got glitter snowflake placemats. Oh, actually, and glitter tablecloth too. And some lovely kind of snowflakey Scandi napkins. Beautiful glasses. And here is the main.
And it smells so gorgeous, doesn't it? Because we've got the rosemary, we've got the bay, and then we've got the orange
bay as well.
Blossom.
Yeah. I just think, you can spend so much money on table decorations.
Yeah.
But nothing looks more festive and more Christmassy and more beautiful than stuff that grows outside for free.
Yeah. Excellent. So go and do it yourself. Send us a picture if you make one. We'd love to see yours.
Oh, we'd love that. Yeah. Really gorgeous. And actually, just bear in mind that if you don't have a floristry supplier near you, most florists would be happy to sell you some wire.
Yeah.
So if you just pop into your local florist and say, gonna give it a go myself, can I buy some wire?
I think the stuff that we got was even from the hardware store.
Yeah,
so
might have been.
It was a thicker gauge.
Might have been from B&Q or something.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Getting all Christmas.
Right, I'll have my turkey dinner now, please.
Oh, well, if only I had it ready. But
I want turkey, cranberry sauce, pigs and blankets, stuffing.
Yes, all the trimmings.
Roast potatoes, everything.
I don't have that, unfortunately, but I do have your advent for today.
Excellent.
And a small puppy.
And a small puppy. Come on.
Oh,
are you going to help me open my present?
Jackpot, Maisie.
Yes.
Yeah. She's going to give her kisses. She's going to give Rachel kisses.
I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to.
She goes, what's that? Is it for me?
Oh, are you going back? What are you doing?
No.
Ooh, beauty pie. Oh. Lovely. That was with tongues and everything. QI Energy Ginseng Root and Ginger Super Glow Serum. Detoxifying, moisture plumping. That sounds amazing. I like the sound of that a lot. Thank you, darling.
You're very welcome.
We should tell them.
Mwah.
So yesterday when we were doing our shopping.
Oh,
She's got a paw caught in my jumper. Are you
right.
okay?
Give me your right.
Okay, go on. Come on, go back that way.
Come here to me.
She's got her nail caught in my jumper.
Stuck? She's such a princess.
Oh, you poor little baby.
Yeah.
Poor little thing.
Yes, it's all right.
Yeah, so when we were shopping yesterday, I had on my list moisturiser. And Nikki said, don't buy moisturiser. And she just gave me this look like, don't buy a moisturiser. Don't do it.
Don't waste your money. Just wait till... have you got enough to last till tomorrow? And she went, yes. I went, well... It's probably best not to buy it then.
Oh, it's like a proper little...
Yeah, they do lots of things like that are little, like, pipettes.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're doing a proper job. I love the stuff from Beauty Pine. I'm not,
Have you used this one yet?
I haven't used that one, and I picked that one particularly because it's got anti-aging properties, but it's not.
What are you saying? Saying
No.
I'm really old?
It's not this that there's heavier duty stuff
Yeah.
for the older women like me. But you're younger than me. I just wanted something that was going to be fresh and
Oh,
plumping.
it's lovely. It's lovely. If my skin feels like velvet already.
Lovely.
Gorgeous.
There you go.
Thank
Enjoy.
you. Oh, that's going to be a right treat for me. I hope you're not spoiling me and giving me expensive taste.
No, I'm not.
Good, because I
I'm not.
can't afford to maintain it. Excellent. Right, well, that's it for today.
Yes.
We hope you've enjoyed making a garland with us. And like Nikki said,
Yeah.
if you make one, we'd love to see pictures. So make sure
Absolutely.
you tag us or send us an email or whatever.
Yeah.
Comment below and tell us where to look.
Is it wrong that I want to now have my lunch at my Christmas table now? Is that allowed?
No, well, I just said,
Have
where's
a
my turkey
sandwich.
dinner? So tomorrow, I think we're going to do a bit of sewing, aren't we? I
Yes.
think we might make a little Christmas decoration,
Yes.
a little, like, on the machine.
Yeah, clearly not here.
No,
Because
we'll
I'm
do
going to
that
sell
at
for
my house.
Christmas. We'll have to go
Yes.
to Rachel's.
Yes, excellent. So we will see you then. Have a great evening.
Bye.